So the Audi A6 has 35 TFSI. This is how they sell it here in Dubai. In Germany or in Europe, this car is being sold as 2.0 TFSI. What do you think about the car? First of all, again, the car is like all the Audis are. It's very refined. The attention to detail is really amazing. The gaps are as little as possible. Everything looks really beautifully built and high quality. The wood is like an ash brown wood. I really like it. It looks really, really beautiful. Then we have this nougat colored brown leather interior, which looks like you really want to bite into it, so it's really, really nice as well. And in general, the car is very quiet. It drives very comfortably. You have different settings. If you go to car, you can have it efficient, comfort, auto, dynamic, or individual. Individual, it lets you basically change the difference between the engine and transmission, as well as the steering separately. So you can have it either very soft, or you can have it dynamic, which is a bit stiffer, a bit harder. I just keep it in auto. Then it has a start-stop automatic. It has electronic parking brake, which holds the brake as well at a traffic light, so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake all the time, which is a really, really nice feature. We have this little blinkers integrated into the mirrors, so basically you have them from outside for the people who see you outside, as well as for you as a little reminder it blinks, because a lot of people actually don't pay attention to it and they miss it. I really like the infotainment system, or the dashboard. It's very crisp, very clear. Everything is simple, but I love it. You have all the information. You can individualize it. For example, I have the big speedometer in the middle. You can have the fuel consumption. It shows you the average versus the instant consumption, which is a nice graph actually. I really like it. Very easy to read. Then we have 8-speed automatic in this one here, which is very, very soft. You don't feel it shifting. It's very nice. Then we have the 7-inch screen. So this is one thing that I would like to criticize. The screen is 7-inch. However, the frame is like 9 or 10-inch. So why don't use the entire frame? I'm not quite sure if this is a difficult task, or if this is maybe a higher spec model. You can have a better screen. It basically doesn't fill it. It only fills it from here to here, rather than the entire black frame. Then another point I would like to criticize, like in all the Audis I've driven so far, they don't have a USB port. I mean, where do I gonna charge my phone? I need to use a 12-volt adapter, which is very inconvenient. You have 2 SD card slots where you can play media from, which works well. However, I want a USB in my car. I don't want one USB, I want like 5 USBs. Okay. It has a reverse camera, which is a bit light. I mean, it's not, the contrast is not very it's not very easy to read it, especially if it's bright daylight like here. Parking sensors front and back obviously works. AC, everything works very, very easy. Everything is where you want to have it. The buttons have this metallic click, which is really, really nice. It sounds like it's quality. It is quality. Then everything is electric. Obviously, seats are electric. A few more things that I would recommend. Again, this car can be equipped with safety features, additional safety features. For example, I don't have a blind spot assist in this one. I don't have a collision warning in this one. I don't have a lane assist in this one. So all this is available with Audi, but you have to pay more on top. So now this A6 in the base model comes at 164,300 dirham. This particular one we have here with a few gimmicks is 174,600 dirham. As for example, we have a sunroof, we have that 7-inch screen, we have the rear view camera, and a few things like that. So for that you pay extra. In general, it drives very comfortably. This would be the typical kind of car for Vertreter, we call them in German, which are people who work between cities or drive a lot. However, they would not use this car with a petrol engine. They would have it as a diesel engine. So diesel obviously not available in the UAE. Petrol engine, you have different engines. This one is the 35, as I said, TFSI. You can get the 35 FSI, which will have a 2.8 liter versus the 2 liter. However, it will not be turbocharged, it will be naturally aspirated. And then the biggest one you could get is the 50 TFSI, which would be, I think it's a 3 liter, if I'm not mistaken. It would have 310 horsepower. This car feels very solid, very good on the road. However, I feel personally it has not enough power, and 180 horsepower is not enough for this car. I would like to have more, just because the car is heavier than, you know, if it would have an A3 or A4, which I reviewed already. For cruising down the road, it's no problem whatsoever. For accelerating, getting into traffic, obviously it's not going to be a problem with a 180 horsepower car, but if you're used to something that has more power, you want it, and it's kind of missing. So my recommendation is, aside of the color choice and the interior choice, which is extremely individually adjustable, or you can configure the car really the way you want it. Get the bigger engine. I'm not so sure if the next bigger, the 35 FSI, would be the better choice, or if you should not right away go for the 50 TFSI. I would recommend it. 50 TFSI, just gonna have more power and more fun driving. Other than that, the car looks beautiful. One more recommendation, I would say, get the LED xenon lights, not LED xenon, LED lights, because they look not even better. They respond faster. I mean, it's just better light. Xenon is good. However, the car just looks better with the LEDs rather than the xenon light. Yeah, that would be pretty much my recommendation. So if you like this video, please share it, like it, leave a comment below, ask any question, and subscribe for any future videos. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Cheers!